Houston's hot mess of a podcast.
Oh, girl, I didn't mean to do that.
Okay. That was on Halloween.
But you know what? That's okay.
Okay. Hey, y'all. How you doing?
Hey, everybody. I'm Joel Tatum.
And I'm Julio Briseño.
Mm-hmm. My new co-host for the show. How you doing, Julio?
And
y'all have heard Julio on the show several times.
Yeah.
He has come in either to fill in for Charlotte, or he and I have had conversations on the show, and it's been quite fun. And now we're starting season 3, and we started fresh.
Officially, this is season 3, episode 1.
Season 3,
a new co-host.
With a new co-host, yes. We still love Charlotte. Don't get me wrong. She'll be coming around every now and then.
Period.
Mm-hmm.
You're welcome anytime you want, mamas.
Yes, exactly. Anytime you want to come by, you just let us know. But let's want to get into it.
Hell yeah, let's do this.
Let's get into it.
Yes.
Where do you want to go, girl? Which avenue do you want to go down, girl?
So let's catch everybody what's going on. If this is season 3, episode 1.
Mm-hmm.
So if you did not catch up with us from previous weeks or anything like that, so Charlotte stepped down as co-host. She had her endeavors, her business that she's taking care of, and she's also got her drag persona that she's pursuing even more.
Exactly.
It's growing in Houston. So you guys talked it out, and then decided, and then you asked me if I wanted to be the next co-host, which I definitely signed up for. And then here we are now, season 3 with a new show. We're including video in the production.
Yeah, exactly.
Low-key has been a crazy week, would you say? Kind of, sort of?
Kind of, sort of.
It's because we've been organizing a lot of shit.
I mean, I have had sleepless nights. I have had Julio come in, and he's very meticulous. Extremely meticulous. He wants this way and this way and this way.
I'm very particular.
Where I'm very chaotic. I just sit down, do it, and call it a day.
Okay. And if y'all hear thunder in the background or anything, it's raining outside.
Well, with these mics, no.
Oh, they don't pick it up?
No.
Mics. Then I farted. I'm sorry.
Yeah. Okay.
Bitch, I had a little too much fun.
Yeah. Exactly. Well, I mean, you did work till 3 a.m. last night.
I did. I bartended last night. It was a slow shift. It was pretty chill, nothing crazy. We don't have a drag show on Tuesdays anymore. We had a queen that was doing a show. Then she dropped out. Just didn't want to do it anymore, and had her reasons, and aired them out on social media. Wink, you know who you are, bitch. So now our Tuesday nights are a little quieter, and we're trying to see what direction we're gonna go with on Tuesday. But last night was cool though, because I got to see a lot of. It was one of those. It reminded me of the chill Monday, Tuesday nights that I used to have at my old bar, where the regulars came in, the ones that I liked came in. We talked, we chilled, we just had a good, fun conversation. I had one Karen. It wasn't against me. It was against another coworker that was on the shift that I took, the shift prior to mine, and he was just going on a fucking tangent and wouldn't shut the fuck up about it.
So you had a K-Ron.
Essentially, bitch. They call him Kevin on the internet, on TikTok and the internet. That's a Kevin.
Well, when they're gay, I call them K-Ron.
Period. With the accent at
the end. Yes, with the accent at the end of the name. K-Rana. K-Rana. K-Richie, if she's feeling nasty. Whatever.
But he wanted me to be the one who told on my coworker, be like, I have this complaint and you need to tell the manager. I said, I'm not, and I know him enough to say, I'm not gonna tell him. You have to make that complaint yourself. If I make that complaint, then I come off like that bitchy coworker, shady ass bitch. But if you make the complaint directly to the manager, which he's right there in the corner, go talk to him, and then he'll understand. Then it's more legit. It's a legit complaint. But girl, when I tell you he fucking complained. And then complained some more, and then went on a fucking tangent. Had a whole session.
Go on.
And the whole time I'm sitting there going, oh wow, no way, that bitch.
Girl, who you telling? I work in the industry. When you have people walk up, my waiter wasn't that good. Could you
if we're just agreeing with you and sympathizing with you and not even put up a fight, it's because we know what the fight will entail if we put one up.
Yeah, exactly.
And it's easier for us to go,
I'm not gonna...
okay. And then half of us realize that's above our pay grade. It really is. And then we don't mean to sound like those bitches, but bitch, that's your job. That's why you get paid those bucks.
Exactly. And let me tell you something. I'm not about to rat out a bitch I don't care how much I do. I'm not ratting out a bitch.
If you work with me and I think you're a piece of shit, I'll rat you.
Oh no. I'm talking about when it
comes.
No, I'm talking about when it comes to customers. If I think you're a piece of shit, I'm gonna tell you. I'm gonna tell you to your face, honey, you're not that good at what you do.
You're not that girl.
You're just not that good.
Not that girl. You thought you was that girl.
Maybe you need to.
But you're not that girl.
Take fewer tables. Maybe not have so many people. Step back a little bit. Take a breath.
So then the manager hears him out, lets him vent and complain, and the manager's like, yeah, cool, very professional about it. And then he's like, I'll get you a drink on me. Sorry that you went through that emotional distress that you were under while you were here for 2 hours enduring that. Got it. And so we gave him a drink, and he goes, a drink? He said I had a tab. And I was like, the fuck? And I'm comfortable with him enough to tell him, I was like, the fuck he did? I was right there when he said it. He said a drink. He told me it was a $25. I was like, girl, I was standing right next to you as you were complaining to him, and what his answer was. And he looked at me and said, Julio, get him a drink on me, meaning put it on a comp tab. I never heard start him a tab on me. Oh, well, he said it was 25. Then he added an amount to it. Oh, you said it was $25. Give me some shots. Give me some. Nah, boo boo. There's that one drink, and I already made it. It's the one you're drinking now. You want me to give you a comp tab? Go talk to him again. Again. And he did. The bitch really did. He went over there. The manager just came over and said, give him a fucking shot and comp it again. Just put in that comp tab. Just give him a fucking shot. And he looked at me, a shot. Maximum 2, 1 for you, 1 for him.
I can't wait. You know what? I cannot wait until the YouTube comments come up. Because if this bitch is watching YouTube and she sees you, she's going.
And what about it?
She's going to have something to say, girl.
She's
going to have something to say.
Put some respect on my name.
And then it's going to be a YouTube fight. In the comment section.
Bitch, let her have it. Let her have it. Show her who she is.
Girl,
drag her.
You gonna have a meeting? What was that song? A meeting in the ladies' room, girl. In the comment section, girl.
He is lucky I didn't put his name out there, because in today's age, when they put at least your name out there, bitch, they'll find you.
Girl,
don't fuck with TikTok people, especially on TikTok. If you say, let's say you did something against me and I recorded you and the internet fell away about it, and I said his name is Joel and he works at blah blah blah, bitch, they will come for you. They'll leave reviews on the place you work at, 1 stars. They will email your employer, call your employer. But TikTok don't play. They're a mafia. Literally, they're an internet mafia bitch at this point.
I enjoy. I didn't think I was gonna enjoy TikTok because I'm like, TikTok is for the young people. I'm not really gonna get into TikTok.
Raise your hand if you have a slight TikTok addiction.
Girl, I'm all about girl.
That shit will take up your time.
Yes, exactly.
Like nobody's business.
I love
when you thought you were gonna get shit done that day. Your day went bye-bye for a few hours. You come out of it at a coma. Damn.
As much as I love the dance videos on TikTok, and I do, and I love the little trends. Last summer there were so many trends. Yeah. There was the makeup challenges. There was the they had different. Every time there was a new challenge, there was a song that went with it.
Yeah.
And
you know how many songs I found through TikTok?
Yeah, I know.
A fuckload of songs.
A cute little girl named Shinko.
Yeah.
I was listening to her music on TikTok, and I'm like, I need to go find this girl because I like this little song.
Yeah, you'll find.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm like, oh, hey, mamas.
Yes, okay. I'm like, hey, mamas, I love this stuff. I listen to Megan Thee Stallion and Lizzo and all this stuff.
Megan knees.
Oh my nigga. Oh, good lord, girl. Good lord.
You got choked up. That what?
No, this WAP is a little bit more mature and can't do all that stuff that a lot of other WAPs can't do.
She got little Kim knees. She got that Foxy Brown knees.
Okay, you know what? Hold on now. We don't have Foxy Brown knees.
Don't tell me to hold on. First of all,
Foxy Brown. I'm an
independent woman. I pay my own bills. I don't need no man. Megan ass looking ass bitch.
First of all, Foxy Brown still looking good. Still looking good at her age.
Have you seen the brat lately? She doesn't even age. She still looks like a 2000s video too. She still dresses like a 2000s video.
No, I have not seen the brat.
Like a late 90s, 2000 video.
Look,
she has her own radio show and she has a podcast, I think, and she's been on like
Girl, and there's not a celebrity right now who doesn't have a podcast right now.
Hi. We're a celebrity.
Okay.
You may have not heard of us.
No, you haven't heard of us.
We didn't exist before this YouTube episode.
What are we, Z celebrities? We're, you know how to.
We're negative A.
We're negative. Yeah, we're
negative
Z.
Negative Z. The alphabet ends on the positive and then starts on the bitch. We're those girls.
Mm-hmm. Well, earlier when you were talking about what happened at where you work at, I was going to mention the name of the bar because I do a show there.
Yeah.
Once a month, and in fact, Julio's like, girl. Okay, so can I
yeah, of course.
So Buddies wants you to come in, and
so FYI, I work at Buddies Houston.
Buddies in Houston, Texas. Great bar. You'll have a good time there. Very, very chill, very laid back. Industry nights on Monday. They have games. It's fun, girl. And then I occasionally, once a month, I do a show there. Might be a little bit more often, but in season 3, we might be there a little bit more often because they usually have some stuff going on. So I might show up for.
And you need to show up this month.
Mm-hmm.
Period.
Oh Lord.
Because they got so they have the show called Desi's Drag Race. And Desi is a Houston drag queen who performs a lot, I believe, in Galveston, if I'm not wrong. Galveston, Houston area. She's between both towns. And she's had a competition that she's 21 seasons now at this point. And
Get out of here.
Bitch, this season had me gagging. It had it's every Monday.
So she's been doing this longer than RuPaul.
I think so. Roughly. I think her seasons are like they're like twice a year or something. So like her seasons come pretty quickly. So we're doing the show every Monday, all of the month of July, from 10 p.m. to about midnight-ish. In this season, they're doing mother-daughter. So what the contestant will do is bring her drag mother with her, and they both have to compete for the show to win and all that stuff. Last week, the LaRue, so the LaRue family in the House of LaRue here in Houston, Gia, and fuck, I forget her name. It'll come to me. I have her on my. So the LaRue family.
Do y'all have video footage that people can look up and?
They don't. I took pictures though. So the skit was family cookout, barbecue, something. It had to be family trip, family something. They did a funeral on stage. They legit brought a real casket. Brought this. They carried it in with 6 hot guys. They put the stage down. They put it down in front of the stage, the casket. And when they opened that casket,
oh, I saw the pictures of that.
It was the mother of the house.
Yes,
dead,
I saw the picture.
just dead right there. And so they had a funeral, and every person had to speak about her. And it was pretty much a roast. It was a funeral.
Oh, but it kind of reminds me of the roast of Lady Bunny.
Actually, I have a picture of it that I could probably show y'all real quick.
Wait, can you show it? You'll be able to pull it. You're gonna be doing all the video editing.
Okay. So if you can see from over there, this is the LaRue family. Most of them. Lisha was dragged in an actual fucking casket, and she just sat there, didn't even laugh or anything. The bitch was playing her part, and every single person went up there and had a roast that bitch. The whole room was cracking the fuck up. I've never seen anybody bring a casket to a skit like that.
You know what you close up of you.
Season 3, y'all. We have Facebook, we have Instagram, we have TikTok, we have YouTube. What else do we got? I think that's it. We're available on every major platform as far as we know, but we definitely stepped it up.
Oh, if you live in Houston though, don't forget we're also on Out and Proud Live Radio. So
that part, yes, sir, that is correct.
Yes, if you're in Houston, but I don't think you have
the platform is anywhere in the world.
Yeah, you don't actually. But you know what? I want to say to the Houstonians who may be in other places around the world, who might be a little homesick.
So this is the logo. And Out and Proud Live is a streaming app for music. It's pretty much catered to the gay community, essentially. And our show is featured on that platform.
Yeah, exactly.
So if you download it, make sure you send Easton, who runs the app, a shout out. Say Julio and Joel brought me here.
Yeah, exactly.
Because he has the app on every social media platform possible. But we're there, and our show is going to be on there.
Yeah, exactly. And
we had an intro after your last episode with Charlotte. We pretty much put everything into high gear. We just put everything into gear, better said, and just started working towards season 3 and getting it ready.
Mm-hmm.
Video, lighting, promos, deciding what topics we're going to talk about, everything. Like we organize the fuck. Because I'm very, when it comes to stuff like this, I'm extremely organized. I like to be extremely organized because I feel like the more you're organized, the easier shit's going to flow.
Yeah, exactly. And I'm very chaotic. I'm about stepping into the moment and seeing what happens.
You don't say.
And sometimes it works out, and sometimes it's just god awful. But even when it's god awful, it's the most fun. Because even when it's god awful and
you can't control everything.
Yeah, because
I know that for a fact.
Yeah, because when you let things, when you just let things happen,
right?
It's the most enjoyable time I can sometimes have because it's like, oh my god, shit just got really bad and really weird.
I like the new set, kind of, sort of. And if you don't, roast us, bitch. Say something. We might give a fuck. Say something.
Okay, he's more worried about it than I am. I love the set. Honestly, I do.
I'm actually happy about it.
I'm very happy. I'm going to be honest. I'm very happy about it. It's a different look. It's a different attitude, and I'm actually very happy about it. I'm just not this creative when it comes to this side of the thing.
We know.
When I'm behind the mic, that's when my creativity hits.
Yeah.
But outside of the mic, it's like,
bitch, and I be spewing ideas at Joel at 100 miles per hour. He's just like, calm down, dodging these. Like, girl, wait, hold on. Let me.
You know what? I feel like a character in an anime where the villain is hitting me with 50,000, and I'm like,
because I'm one of those individuals that I constantly think of ideas, and once I get in the flow of thinking, especially creatively, I just start going. And my theory is, throw shit out there and see what sticks. So I'll come at you sometimes with like 20 ideas at once, and I'm like, Joe, this, and what about if we make it that? What if we make it blue? What if we make it red? What if we hang it up, hang it upside down? Oh, I have another idea based on that idea, and so it just becomes this like black hole of creative ideas to the point like Joel's just like, okay, bitch, like.
Look, I'm gonna be honest. At certain points, Joel has
in third person.
Joel has gone into another world where he's like, okay, you know what? While he's talking, I'm going to, girl, I have to do. What he said earlier was, I need to get this and that, and blah 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 blah, and then I'll just go back to yeah, because there's so much coming at me, girl.
Why didn't you bring your drink over here?
Because I'm not. No.
We ain't trying to lose her on episode 1 of season
we're not
3.
trying to lose me on the episode.
We're really not.
And we're on video now.
Wait till at least episode 2 before you get lit.
Oh my god. We're
on
video.
See what we see when she gets lit and it's towards the end of the show.
Oh no,
Yes.
You will not get my approval on that.
What? She's going up regardless. People got to know you for who you really are.
No, I don't want people.
People got to see you for the real you.
I can't wait to look at the comment section where people are like, "Girl, let's get you some help." But I have some organizations that you might want to talk to.
Therapist, Joel.
I know good therapists.
Just like me now.
Yes, exactly. But you know what? Like I said, I'm just so excited. And
you know what? We're gonna put you in a conservatorship. That's what we're gonna do. I've decided. Can you sign the power of attorney for me real quick? Thanks, Mama.
Okay, I'm gonna turn on my thing and figure out where I'm gonna.
Free Joel. #Free Joel.
I want to go on the
dark.
His conservatorship. Right now. I'm looking on the dark web because I need to find somebody.
I'm looking up ways to destroy you.
No, I'm just looking.
You disappear. Here we go.
Yes, exactly. How to make someone disappear.
YouTube.
I did a Google search.
Find it on YouTube. There's a tutorial for everything on YouTube. How to make people die.
Yeah, exactly.
I would use bleach, but that's just what everybody does.
I heard lie is actually the best way to do it if you want to make someone disappear. Period. Oh my goodness.
But speaking of conservatorships, how do you feel about the Britney situation? Honestly, be honest. I want to get your take on this.
Girl, I want to.
You're one of the older gays.
Okay, you know what?
Yeah.
Okay, you know what? Let me tell you something right now.
Say it. Say it with your chest, George.
Okay, when she came out in the 2000s,
right?
I was in my 30s, and I was. Oops, I did it again too. I was walking around. I was doing my dance. I was having a good time, and I enjoyed Britney all the way up until now. And let me tell y'all something. She has gone through it.
Bitch, poor thing.
She has
Honestly,
gone through it.
Real conversation.
Chris Croker,
fucking soul.
Chris Croker.
He was ahead of his time. And
was ahead of his time.
And he didn't even fucking know. Well, he knew it.
Mm-hmm.
We didn't know it as the people.
You know what? This is how I knew that the internet was was going to be the thing.
Chris was telling us this whole time, years ahead of us. He's a time traveler. I knew it.
Yeah, exactly.
We didn't know it.
But he was you know what? When the internet is still going through its thing,
yeah,
you know, it's still going through its growth and trying to figure out where it's going to head and everything else. When you have Chris Croker come out and do his little video about
the famous
Britney,
video,
the famous
black curtain behind him or something, and he's poor lighting. Before back in the day, that was 2 megapixels on that camera.
Yeah, exactly. Leave Britney alone.
But that was the technology at the time.
When I would watch it on ABC News Nightline later that night.
It's not on a major news.
On a major news network, which made me go.
Television.
The internet is about to be huge, y'all.
Yeah.
The internet is about to be huge. Because this bitch literally appealing to everybody to leave her alone. Let her do her.
Leave Britney alone.
Leave her alone. So let's fast forward to 2021.
Right.
Where she's going through her stuff.
Well, an audio leaked out on the internet. I think it was through TMZ, allegedly. I'm gonna now that we're on video, we have to say allegedly.
Allegedly.
Motherfucking audio leaked out from the courts, and it was her explaining her situation and the fucking hell that she was going through, the fucking hell that she was living in, and how she just wanted out. And like it was, you can hear her pleading for her fucking life. Like that's what got everybody. It was like a human being saying, can I please have my life back? I have no control. I lost everything. My life is run by other people. I have no freedom or self-worth or nothing. Or bitch, that was a moment.
But here's the thing. This is all weird to me because in a few years ago, she had her Vegas run. She was being
forced to do. She said she was forced to do it. She didn't even want to do that.
It was. I didn't know anything about. You know, all I thought is that you know she's successful. She's,
right.
She's doing her. She's reinventing her career.
Yeah.
She is back in the spotlight and everything else. And I'm like, yes, girl, do your thing.
Right.
But you know, you know what? Honestly, okay. I'm gonna throw it out here. You know, in the early days,
we need that sound effect, the bomb sound effect.
Yes, in the early days, I was all about Christina Aguilera. Honestly, I mean, you know who? Don't tell me you don't know her. Don't do a Mariah Carey with that. I don't know her.
Is she new? I'm kidding. Because I already know the Christina gays are gonna come for me in full fucking. How do you not know Christina? Strip was the best album. I actually know a Christina gay. It's scary. Exactly. It's rare to find them though. The Christina gays.
Oh my god, girl!
In the wild, that's.
Let me tell you something. You know the scariest group of people, the Beehive. Oh my god.
Whoa.
Oh whoa. The Beehive.
Ones.
The Beehive will come for you in a minute.
Oh yeah, Beehive don't play.
They don't play.
They're a terrorist group.
Exactly.
Al-Qaeda ain't got shit on them.
They will. They will ruin your life.
Bitch, they will come.
They will ruin your life. And all you said, literally, I have literally said this before, and I'm taking a risk here.
Go ahead, kill yourself.
I don't have a problem with Beyonce. It's just
real quick disclaimer: his opinions are not reflective of my opinions. Let's just throw that out there for the Beehive.
Okay, yeah, exactly.
Speak for yourself, Joel.
Disclaimer, yes, it's not reflective of the show.
Or myself.
Or Julio.
Or the sponsors.
Or the future sponsors. All I said one time was, I like Beyonce, but that's it. But I don't love Beyonce. That's all I said.
Okay.
That's all I said.
That's allowed.
You
That's
could
still.
see the queens across the table. And by the way, I love the fact that it was a multicultural situation where every queen of every culture across the table was clutching their pearls, going, "How dare you?"
The gay United Nations was just like, no, we disapprove.
We disapprove. We're not going to take your gay card, but we are going to reprimand you because at least you said you like her, but you're not in love with her. But that's always been my philosophy. Period.
So here's the thing about the gay fans. So the Beehive, the Beyonce fans. We already know they're deathly. They're terrorist.
They're deadly.
They're terrorist group. Then you have the Nicki Minaj fans who are just as bad as the Beyonce fans.
But you know what? I'm a Cardi B girl. See, here we go.
You have the Cardi B's. You have the Ariana fans.
Don't come for me, by the way.
But you have the hardcore. They have their hardcore fans. You have the Britney gays. You have the Ariana gays. The Whitney gays, which are the older gays, and
okay, go ahead.
And then you have the Celine gays.
Finish your thought. I'm not offended by any of this, by the way.
Period.
Just finish your thought.
Period.
She over here looking at me like I'm supposed to like say something. I'm like, go ahead, girl.
Like supposed to
I don't have no feelings, girl. No feelings whatsoever.
What are emotions?
The matter is that
you know who has a big following in the Asian community, especially like in the Asian countries? Miss Britney. Speaking up with the girl we were just talking about.
Oh, here we go.
She has a huge following.
We bring it right back to Britney.
We sure is, girl. Because there's something about.
But you know, my opinion remains the same. I do not.
Can I ask you a question?
Yeah, go ahead.
Do you think she's an icon in the gay world? I want to hear your mature, older, senior perspective on this.
Okay. Yes, I know we're going to go here. So let me go here with this.
Say it, girl.
I think when you're young, you have the icons that you identify with.
Correct.
And I do not see anything wrong with that. Period.
There you go.
When I was growing up in the 90s and the early 2000s, I had my icons. I had my Madonnas. I had my Whitneys. I had all this stuff. When I was young, that's what I had. And that's what I identified with.
Right.
So in the 2000s, it was the Britneys. It was the Christinas. It was the Destiny's Child at the time. And then it became Beyonce. And it became Adele. And it became all these other...
Ariana.
Yeah, it became...
Nicki.
Right now, Ariana, I love that little bitch. I love her. I'm sorry, I don't mean bitch, but Ariana understands. See, I can say that.
Such a derogatory term.
I can say that because Ariana would understand.
Of course.
She would understand.
Gays throw the word bitch around like, straight dudes say dudes and bro.
Yeah, exactly.
Bitch, bro.
But I love her, and I think she is just amazing. But every generation should have their icons, and I have no problem with that. None whatsoever. I'm not going to sit up here and go, well, my generation's icons were better than yours, because no, that's not the truth. Everybody should. I attached to people. When I was in my 20s, I was attached to the people that I loved. And you're in your 20s, not you, but everybody else in their 20s. Works both ways, bitch.
I quit.
But you know, everybody in their 20s or what have you.
I just think it's funny how you want to attack me on air. Anyways.
Yeah, exactly. So it's fine. It's fine. Britney is an icon, and
she is. I like her. I like her. I like her music. I'm not a fan where I'm gonna fucking hang her art on my walls. I do like what she's about. I do feel bad for her, what she's going through. I know the Britney gays are devastated. The Britney gays, plural, they're very devastated about what's going on, and they want to see the best for her. We all do, especially after hearing her just kind of. And you know what? Her voice, like, it changed because we're so used to hearing the high pitch, "Hey, I'm Britney Spears," and then when you hear it in the court, there's more bass in her. She's like, "I want my fucking freedom."
Well, I mean, that also happens with age. That happens with certain lifestyles.
The gay community loves the fuck out of Britney. They do, and they support her. And I mean, not just the gay community, but predominantly the gay community.
But you know what? Like I said, I feel like it's bad timing. I feel like everything that she's going through with all the social issues that are going on right now, I feel like I would have been more, I think I would have cared a little bit more if this was 2 years ago. I think now, because
explain that to me. What's the difference between then and now? Like, what's wrong now? What?
Because there's too many social issues for me to care about, to worry about.
List them. Exactly. My point.
Are you not living in 2021? Did you not live in 2020?
I just got back.
I
just got back from the future. What's been happening? Where y'all at?
Did we not go through the whole thing with the George Floyd stuff? Did we not go through the whole thing with the Pride stuff? Did we not go through all? Right now, we're going through a complete renaissance when it comes to how we look at social issues, and I just feel like that. As much as I want to,
which that is still happening, and it's still being progressive.
Yeah, exactly. And as much as I sympathize with, and I talked
about this, a lot of doors are being doors are being opened now, and a lot of statues are being taken down, flags are being removed,
and like I said,
movements, marches, protests.
And I don't think that this is a frivolous thing. I just think that sometimes we put so much interest in what's going on with celebrities and rich people that we forget about what's going on with us.
True.
But
it's part of that.
It's not something that, as much as I love Britney, it's not something that affects me on a day-to-day level.
Yeah.
I feel bad for her, but at the same time.
But you're not gonna stop drinking coffee because of her.
Exactly. I'm not gonna stop eating it.
You're not gonna stop going to work just because Britney's going through conservatorship.
Exactly. I can't take a.
Can you imagine that call to work?
Yeah.
I can't come in today.
I can't come in today. I just heard Britney's little thing.
I'm in a Britney day.
And I just can't do it. I'm sorry.
You're calling into work.
Yeah, exactly.
Britney's not okay today, and neither am I. I can't come to work.
Can
you imagine that? The manager on the receiving end.
I just think that we have to sometimes think about how we.
I think it's part of the grand scale.
Yeah.
As much as we have the serious social issues, as much you have your politics, you have social issues, you have entertainment, you have everything, and I think it's part of the blender, the whole blender of things. She fits. Although social issues have more importance, she fits right in a way. She's kind of like a distraction too from what's happening.
Yeah, and like I said, if this had happened a couple of years ago, I think I would be much more concerned. But now it's like, you know what? I want to feel bad for her.
I'm starting to watch a lot of shows on the streaming services that. From shit that I grew up with, shows, cartoons, or just shows in general I love. And now as an adult, when I'm watching these shows, because I used to watch them as a kid, and a lot of the references just flew by me because I didn't get them. And now as an adult, I'm looking at these shows like, wow, this show was on another level, and I didn't even know it.
I didn't realize that until I was, I grew up on Warner Brothers cartoons, Bugs Bunny, Daffy Duck.
Right.
Daffy Duck. By the way, I'm a stand for Daffy Duck. I don't care. I'm a stand for Duck. And Daffy Duck in his early days, before they turned him into the sidekick for Bugs Bunny.
Period.
He was a shit.
Oh God.
He was a shit. So I stand for Daffy Duck. Yeah. I love Bugs Bunny. Don't get me wrong, and I enjoyed his cartoons. But every time Daffy Duck came on the scene, I was like, yes, Queen, love you.
I can relate.
I can relate.
Both ducks.
Yeah, we're both ducks. We're both greedy ass ducks who don't give a shit about nobody.
Oh wow.
And we get shot in the face a lot. I mean,
whoa.
We're talking about.
But isn't it crazy though? Like as you get older, how each new generation has. Like I'm seeing that now from. I'm 35, so I'm seeing that from a 35-year-old point of view. Like I'm realizing now that with each generation comes new artists, new people, new icons, new this, new that, new references, shows that were cool when you were a kid, coming back years later. There's a lot of like 90s culture that's coming back with the new Gen Z loves anything 90s. Anything color.
I don't know why.
And they live for it. They will go to thrift stores and thrift their heart out till they find something 90s from the 90s references.
As one who grew up in the 90s, I love that stuff in the 90s.
I grew up in the 80s, bitch. Don't try it.
Okay.
First of all, those were your 20s, mamas.
As one who grew up in the 90s,
70s, late 70s, 80s.
Grew up in the 90s, in his 20s.
In the late 80s.
In the 90s.
In the 1800s. What about it, bitch?
Girl, I'm not gonna do this with you.
Little gay on the prairie. What, mamas? What? So when you was on the wagon,
when I was watching Friends, and I was watching
a horse and a buggy.
When I was watching all, and by the way, I was all about Living Single. I love Friends, but I watched Living Single. But
speaking of Friends, somebody brought up a point on TikTok that had me cracking the fuck up. They're like, how did these friends go 10 years without a single friend that was of color, except that one girl, Aisha
Tyler.
That was it.
Which I think was in season 9, season 8?
Towards the end.
Like, because somebody said something in the 2000s said, wait a minute, what's the next show that came after that also became a huge hit?
You Got Me There.
That had no person of color in the background.
Frasier.
Nope.
Oh.
In the 2000s. Nope. Was on for 10 years. Had the worst finale ever.
Grey's Anatomy.
How I Met Your Mother.
I never saw that show.
How I Met Your Mother.
I never saw that.
Which was the Friends of the 2000s.
Didn't they do the same fucking thing?
They did the same exact thing.
Every goddamn day they went to the same bar, had the same issues, went back to the apartment, had the same issues. Occasionally drove somewhere.
Same formula, same issues. Yes, exactly.
Wow.
It still did not have a person of color in the entire.
First of all, I don't appreciate the inequality in the programming.
It worked. And it worked for CBS.
It sure did. Just wow. So did you see how he walked out of court though, Bill Cosby? Like that was all over social media because he walked out and he just did his Bill Cosby's face, and then he did and then he walked again.
I want the camera. I wish someone was, when the production values go for this show, I can't wait until there's an actual cameraman who's going to show my face
we can
if
we can afford to pay people on season. Hopefully,
season 19.
Wow, she was projecting us out there.
But
I was thinking like season 4.
Okay, well, I mean, by season 19, I mean, girl, we have an entire studio.
Okay.
All we do is come in, sit down, and they do all the work.
That would be the day. That would be the fucking day. We can just stroll up in here. Where the fuck's my coffee?
Of course, season 19.
And I can grab a drink and be like, this whiskey was not right.
Of course, season 19, he'll be visiting me in the old folks' home, getting me to sign all the papers that he needs to take over the show completely.
That part.
To take over the production company.
And I'll say it here right now. I have no shame in my game.
And I don't have no shame in it either.
Period.
Come on into the nursing home. Just make sure you bring me a bottle of vodka.
Who said that I was gonna visit you?
And I said, well, if you want the paperwork,
I'll send somebody that looks like me. We can afford it at that point. At that point, it's like this.
Are you gonna send 35-year-old you, or are you gonna send 65-year-old you?
I'll send whoever.
55-year-old you.
I'll send whoever the fuck it takes.
You'll be 55 at that time.
And what, mama? And I'll be looking good. And I'll be on my best glow up. Period.
And I'm gonna be 85, looking like Morgan Freeman.
Bitch, I'm gonna come up with the Clorox right and be like, hey Joe, what's
just doing my Morgan Freeman thing,
thinking, just came to visit.
You heard it first on here.
Why am I plotting your death like years in advance?
Yeah, exactly.
Think about that.
Yeah. Some, a good detective will come back and look and go, wait a minute.
I'll delete the footage. I will scrub this off the internet. I will invest millions to make sure that.
That's fine. I do the audio. So there we go.
She has a secret hidden file with this whole. This is all allegedly, by the way. I'm just gonna throw that out there. That card.
Is it all allegedly? I hope so. Yeah, allegedly, he's not going to kill me when I'm 83 years old.
And just for clarification, we were talking about a movie that we were going to shoot where you died in that movie.